Hi, thank you for joining me on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it'll be another profitable day for you. Wednesday, June 14th, Major League Baseball slate for us. Just a reminder, 4 teams we fade or follow: Cubs, Royals, Blue Jays, Dodgers. First game out of the chute for us today is going to be, do apologize, it's going to be Blue Jays and Orioles. Berrios going against Bradish. It's been the line's kind of been all over the place a little bit, but currently Blue Jays a little bit of a favorite there on the road, even though they got smacked yesterday. But we are going to take the Orioles today. Money line plus 1.5, -1.5, -2.5 on the run lines, and then we're also going to take plus a half first 5 innings in that game. Over 4.5 team total in that particular game as well. Then we're going to take Adley Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. So just to give you a recap of the Orioles-Blue Jays game: Orioles money line plus 1.5, -1.5, -2.5 on the run line. Orioles plus a half first 5 innings. Then we're also going to take the Orioles over 4.5 team total, and then Adley Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. So the next game up for us is going to be Reds-Royals. Reds have won both games 5-4 to start the series off. So it looks like it's Lively versus Daniel Lynch today. Reds are just a slight favorite in this one going in. They were slight dogs in the last 2. But we are taking the Reds today to sweep the series. Reds money line -1.5, -2.5, -3.5, and then -0.5 first 5 innings. We'll also go back to the over 4.5 team total again for them. And then we are going to take Jonathan India over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs in that one as well. And then we're going to pop a correct score again, see if we can hit this one, as it's been 5-4 the first 2 games of the series. So we'll see if we can get correct score. Reds 5-4. That was at plus 2,000 earlier today when we got that one. So Reds money line -1.5 through 3.5. On the run line, -0.5 first 5, over 4.5 team total. And then also correct score 5-4. And then Jonathan India over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Next game up for us is going to be Pirates-Cubs after the Pirates got waxed yesterday. It's the typical Cubs. They either score 0 or 10 plus. It's the most frustrating team I think to bet on or against sometimes. But we will take the Pirates are going to be a slight dog today, but we will go back to the well and take the Pirates again today. Money line plus 1.5, and then -1.5 and -2.5 on the run lines. Plus a half the first 5 innings. Then Brian Reynolds and Carlos Santana over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. That they both have pretty good success against Smiley. So we'll take both of those guys there as well. And then over the 3.5 team total for the Pirates, as they just didn't finish with 3 runs yesterday, but we think we're going to definitely get 4 or more today. Next game up for us, or the last game up, I should say, is going to be Dodgers against the White Sox. Dodgers with a 5-1 win yesterday. I think they put 5 runs up in the first 2 innings, and then the offense kind of disappeared. So Clevenger versus Kershaw. Of course, Kershaw is a huge favorite. No surprise there. But we will take Dodgers -1.5. Money line as well, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and 4.5 on the run line. -0.5 the first 5 innings. Over 4.5 team total. It came down to that from 5.5 yesterday. Kershaw, we're going to take over 18.5 outs, which means he needs to go 6 1/3 for us to cash in on that bet. And then we're also going to take Will Smith, and Mookie Betts, both over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, as Will Smith's had extremely good success against Clevenger. And then we're also going to take Will Smith to hit a homer, which was going off at like plus 500 again this morning. So Dodgers money line -1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and we're throwing in a 4.5 bet as well. -0.5 first 5 innings, over 4.5 team total. Kershaw over 18.5 outs. Then we'll also go with Will Smith, Mookie Betts over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and Will Smith to hit a homer. One bet we did miss on that Pirates-Cubs game. We are going to take the under 4.5 team total on the Cubs. So over 3.5 on the Reds and under 4.5 on the Cubs. So make sure you check the comments section on the YouTube page on this one, because you'll see all of our bets, units placed, how we've done past, present, future on everything. So make sure you take a look at that. Much easier to follow along sometimes when it's black and white along to go with the video. And as always, if you could rate, review, or subscribe to be the first, if you subscribe to any of the channels, be the first one to grab the info. It would be greatly appreciated. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.